Hello, and welcome to the Outdoorsy Diva podcast. I'm your host, Lauren, the Outdoorsy Diva. Thanks for joining. All right, y'all, welcome back to the Outdoorsy Diva podcast. And I am here today to talk to an adventurer after my own heart. You all actually have probably seen one of the greatest adventures I know of our lifetime take place. So I'm not even going to spoil it for you. I'm going to let him introduce himself. So, special guest, would you go ahead and tell the people your name, where you reside, and what you have become recently famous for?
Hi, guys. It's Yuri Andrade here from Boca Raton, and I am the Super Bowl streaker.
I love it, the Super Bowl streaker. So now let's just jump right into it, right? Because there's questions that people definitely want to know. So what possessed you to do this?
Well, my buddy's been trying to do it for about, I think he said it was his fifth attempt. It might have been his fourth. Vitaly, the YouTube star, he's known for his pranks, known for his streaking. He's did the World Cup, the NBA Finals, the World Series. And I've watched him fail on this, 4 times so far. And I kind of just wanted to take on the challenge. And he challenged me to do it. And I took it on. And I masterminded it, and planned the whole thing by myself, and figured it out a way to finesse the NFL.
Wow. Well, it was definitely hilarious. That definitely goes down in history. Not only did you do it successfully, but you did make it to the end zone in a Mankini. So props to you for those moves. It was cool to see The Rock shout you out on Instagram. That's actually how I found you, and then found your
Really?
Instagram account. It is. And I was like, oh, then I saw you also had like travel pictures and nature pictures. And I was like, wait a minute, he's worth talking to. Not to mention, the show is all about getting people to step out of their comfort zones and just live an adventurous life, design the life that they want to live. And if streaking across the Super Bowl field in a hot pink mankini is not living life, then I don't know what the heck is, right?
Exactly. I live my life around that, adventuring, going outside of my comfort zone. I preach that to everybody I know, in business and life and everything.
I love it. I love it. So now, how did they treat you? After everybody saw you, get arrested and all that, you got booked into jail. Were the cops like, did they find it funny or not so much?
I think they were a little mad at first, mostly the one that missed the tackle on me. He was like, I hope it was worth it. And I'm like, damn right it was worth it. Look up at the TV. And but once I got inside the cell, in like the holding cell that they have there at the stadium, I could hear a couple of the cops laughing, saying like, dang, this guy's going viral. He's got 10 million views already. So I like banged on the window. I'm like, hell yeah.
That is hilarious. Now, I have to ask, there's a little bit of controversy circulating on the internet that you were going to make some money on a bet, but now it looks like they're saying they're not going to, make good on that because of the circumstances. Are you able to talk about that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know who put those rumors out. I mean, everybody, there's always haters around, but the only betting book that didn't pay me was Bovada, and
Okay.
they owed me about $75,000, which I really don't care. I mean, I've already cashed out on 304 grand, and that wasn't even the biggest payday from the Super Bowl streak. If Vitaly Uncensored, I get 30% of all the new signups. It's already done well over 300K. So yeah, I went out pretty big on that Super Bowl streak, a lot bigger than I thought I would.
Hell yeah, you did. I mean, wow. So you've already cleared 304K, and then you already had the affiliate agreement for the website that you had that was on the front of your Mankini, right?
Yeah, exactly. I got 30% equity of the new signups.
Wow. That's
for a year.
for a year?
Yeah.
Listen, Yuri, I need you to do my deals, okay?
Well, I mean, he's failed 4 times. So I told him, I was like, what's there to lose, you know?
Right, right. I love
If
it.
I don't make the field, then I don't get nothing. And
I
he's like, all
love
right,
it.
deal.
So now what was going through your mind, right? Once you made it down there and you were like, okay, it's gonna happen. Like, what were you thinking as you were running?
I mean, the plan just flew right out the window. As soon as I touched the field, I knew the bet hit. I knew I got on, the camera's already on me, and just like the crowd was going crazy. It was like, yeah, super euphoric feeling. It was like skydiving times 1,000, and I just kind of went with the flow. I did a lap. I was gonna go up to Tom Brady and try to high five him or give him a kiss on the cheek if I saw him on the field, but it was Mahomes at the time, and he looked a little frustrated, so I left him alone, to cry himself to sleep a little bit over there. But I just felt the crowd and did my little loop, and then I turned around and saw security in my face, and I should have just went down, but then something told me like, juke them, get away. So I juked and did my little spin move. It was out, and then I started jogging towards the end zone. I should have just ran and dove in. It would have been epic, but I think it couldn't have gone more perfectly than it did. From that to Kevin Harlan's commentating was just it worked out a million times better than I ever thought it would. So
Wow.
it was a pretty epic moment for sure.
It was definitely epic. And of course, if we were watching at home on network TV, they didn't want to put the camera on you, but thank God for Twitter. So everybody hooked us up with the live footage. So, my phone was going crazy. Group chat was going crazy. Everybody's like, sending us the link and we're all watching it as it happened on Twitter. So, that's pretty dope. I know there's some people that don't get it, but as someone who just loves to see people living out loud, I definitely think that's a really dope thing. So now I gotta ask, is this the most adventurous thing to date that you've done?
Yeah, I would probably say yeah. I mean, I've done some crazy things, like surfing with sharks and cliff jumping and all that, but this was definitely the biggest adrenaline rush I could say I've ever had by far. And I don't know how I'm going to top this. I've been trying to think about that the past few days. I was thinking maybe streaking the Tour de France in like a pink Hello Kitty bike in a thong, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to top this.
Wow. Is this your first time streaking anywhere?
Yes, it is. Yes, it was.
Okay. So now so you said you cliff dive, which I did see some of that on Instagram. You swam with sharks. What drives your sense of adventure?
I'm an adrenaline junkie, like big time, and since I was a kid, I just always wanted to travel the world and just do anything I could or anything people said I couldn't, and that's what drives me, the want to do what others can't, and, push the limits as far as I can.
I love it. I love it. And now, so let's talk about some of the other things that you've done. So I saw a lot of like outdoorsy pigs and nature. I saw like waterfalls and all that kind of stuff. Like, do you like nature? Is that like a part of your regular life when you're not, running across major
Yeah,
sporting events?
I I love nature. I mean, I think Bali's my favorite place in the world, and I could just go there with a pair of flip flops and my surfboard and live the rest of my life, no problem. But yeah, I love nature. Like I don't travel to anywhere that's like big city or anything like that. No place that I can't adventure and do outdoorsy stuff or some kind of sporty stuff. Like I can't be in New York. It's just one place where I can't be for too long. I just went there once and I probably won't go back. But I was just in Dubai for 2 months with Vitaly. That's where we planned this whole thing. That place is awesome. I plan on going to Bali as soon as it opens up. I think they just opened up for business visas, so I might try to get one of those to see if I can go for a while.
What is it that you love about being outdoors and in nature?
I mean, mostly I love anything near the water. Like I've been surfing since I was in a diaper. So, my mom, she worked a lot when we were kids, like, 18-hour days. So she would leave us with the babysitter. I would just take my skateboard and my little brother, and we'd go skateboard down to the beach and play by the ocean, go surfing, whatever we could, jump off the pier, get in trouble. um, I was never inside as a kid. I was always outdoors. And my mom would always take us up to Sebastian Beach to go surfing, like where Kelly Slater's from. Another guy that gave me some props when that happened was Kelly Slater. That was almost as big for me as The Rock. That guy was my hero growing up.
Nice, nice.
But yeah,
I'm with
I
you.
was never able to be kept inside.
I connect in water too. I haven't tried surfing yet. I probably suck at it because I don't have a core, but I do love the water. I like to snorkel. I want to get scuba certified, and I am planning to do the shark swim that you can do in Jupiter with no cage. That's on my list this
Oh,
year because
that's
I'm turning
awesome.
40.
Oh, nice. You look so young. I would never think you were 40.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the month of Laurentine's Day. February 28th is when I will cross over into, as they say, middle age. And I'm okay with that because black don't crack, right?
That's right.
All right. So I know you said you love Bali, you like Dubai. What are, give me like three more travel destinations that you've loved.
Costa Rica is a big one. I love Costa Rica, the weather, everything. Brazil is definitely, I mean, I'm Brazilian, so I'm a little biased, but it's definitely one of my favorite countries. You have the best of both worlds there. The restaurants where the food is just so good. And then you have the beach and you could just drive not too far and you're in the mountains. And then I would probably say I really love California. I have a home there up in Northern California, and I love being there. There's just nobody around, middle of nowhere, and I just surf by myself sometimes, or I take my dirt bike out and go riding in the mountains by myself on like old logging trails. That's definitely California definitely has my heart. So I would say Cali, Bali, Brazil, Costa Rica. Those are my big go-to spots. I've been to Brazil over 7 times.
Oh, wow.
I love it there.
I love that. I'm dying to get to Northern Cali. I've only ever been to San Francisco, and then, COVID changed a lot of my travel plans, but it's gonna happen this year for sure. And my best friend is afraid that if I go to California, I won't come back. And
It
it
makes
sounds like she
sense.
might
I mean,
be
that's
right.
where I live is like, yeah, definitely. I love California, especially Northern California. It's not overpopulated like Southern California. It's just so beautiful. I live right off of Pacific Highway 1 on the ocean, and it's amazing there. I'm like 3 hours north of San Francisco.
Nice. Nice. Okay, now, of these trips, which place has had like the biggest impact on you? Would you say Brazil or somewhere else?
Bali,
Okay.
Bali was like big turnaround for me. I was able to just get there and just disconnect from Instagram and all that. And I would just wake up at 5 in the morning, go surfing, come back, do yoga, and then, go out to all like the really nice restaurants on my scooter, which was only $1 a day. And it was just amazing. I was able to like reevaluate my life, figure out what I wanted to do with my life. The last time I went there was like 4 years ago, but it was definitely it played a major key in who I am today for sure. I enjoyed Bali so much.
Nice,
God,
nice.
I go back. I'm going back this year. There's no doubt.
Nice. Do you find yourself wishing you could live a more adventurous life? Well, you can. I'm Lauren R. Gay, your adventure coach, and I've developed the 30-day program, 30 Days to Lift Off, to guide you out of your comfort zone and on your way to more adventures in your life. In this 30 days, you will feel empowered to live the adventurous life you desire. You will give yourself permission to break out of your box. And most importantly, you will move forward and live the life that you will design for yourself. To find out more, visit www.laurenrgay.com and book your adventure coaching session today. And now back to our show. Okay, so So with this whole thing that has happened, right? You've gone viral, you've kind of got this newfound time in the limelight. How has it changed your life so far, both good or bad?
Not that much. It was the most amazing experience I've ever had was being on that field for sure. I scored a touchdown during the Super Bowl, so I can take that off my bucket list. Um, but it hasn't changed that much. I kind of want to seize this opportunity, which to do something else where I thought I'd never be able to do, scratch off my bucket list, do something really big and really like meaningful. So I've been trying to get a hold of The Rock recently. I've DM'd his manager, his talent agent. I got other manager and talent agents contacting him, trying to get a hold of him. I want to get him to sign these shoes, and then I want to auction the shoes, the streaker shoes, and donate 100% of the proceeds to charity, which is something I always wanted to do. I just never figured out a way I could do it. But I feel like this is a chance to. So The Rock, if you're listening, DM me, please. Let's make this happen.
Hey, Mr. Johnson, DM Yuri and DM Lauren too, because I swear if I find out The Rock is listening to the Outdoorsy Diva podcast, it's gonna be, we're gonna go crazy. I might have to fly out and go party with Yuri somewhere. That would be huge. No, but I love that. I love that we're getting to see you're a regular dude, like you're a human being and you have a heart. I love hearing you want to do something impactful for charity. I'm more than happy to help in any way that I can. If we can't get The Rock, maybe we can, get somebody else. And for other people listening, maybe they'll reach out to you with some other ideas. I think it's dope. So are there any other, future plans or events or adventures that you want people to know about that are coming?
I got a few things planned, a few big things planned. I had some people reach out to me, and hopefully we can get it through, but I don't want to give it up. It's going to be a surprise. I'm going to be
Okay.
a surprise guest if we can make it happen.
Okay. Okay. I respect it. I respect that. So tell the people where they can follow you if they want to know what else is going on with Yuri.
At King Yuri on Instagram. That's where you can find me. YURI, King Yuri, one word.
And I will have Yuri's Instagram handle down in the show notes for you all, as well as some pictures, so you can check that out. And you can follow Yuri on the rest of his super dope adventures. Yuri, thank you so, so much for coming on the show. Super appreciate you for being here with me, for responding to my email, and saying what's up. Really appreciate you. You've been a great guest. I loved learning more about you and your adventures.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
So I really enjoyed that interview, getting to talk to Yuri, the Super Bowl streaker of 2021. And I'm sure some of you may be wondering, how in the world did this even come to be? What even made you want to do an interview like this? Well, I was fascinated with it, to be honest. As I said during the interview, I first learned who he was through The Rock's Instagram when he shouted him out, because he's actually wearing The Rock's new sneakers that were released, those highlighter yellow colored sneakers. So he shouted him out for that. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went to check him out. Once I learned his name and who he was, and I looked at his Instagram, and as I'm scrolling, I saw, that he did all of these other really dope things. I saw that he travels. I saw that he was adventurous like me, and clearly liked being outdoors and in nature. So we had something in common. And if you can be brave enough to not only do something like this, but find a way to engineer your way into a significant payday and financial come up while doing it, I mean, why not? Why wouldn't I want to talk to someone that's fascinating to me? Someone who definitely thinks outside of the box, someone who's not living his life, in this linear line that society says we have to live it in. So I thought it would be fascinating, and I hope that you all took something from it. I'm not telling you to run across a worldwide stage without your clothes on or go to jail. I'm not telling you to do that at all. But what I am telling you is to, look at the chance to take risk in your life. Look at the chance to do something memorable. What is the last thing you did that gave you an adrenaline high and a rush, like Yuri described? He felt that feeling of euphoria as he, jetted across the field. When is the last time you did something that gave you that type of rush? And so, I hope you enjoyed this interview, just for that perspective alone. Look at it through that lens of, wow, what can I do in my own life that is going to leave me with that type of memory and that type of feeling, because you're doing it for you and nobody else. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we can have some more of these interviews that are a little bit, off color, but still definitely related to the content and the things that I talk about on the show. And fun fact, my Patreon subscribers actually didn't know that this interview was going to drop before the rest of the world. They found out literally right after I wrapped the interview with him. I jumped on to give them an inside scoop, and they'll actually also get to see the video for those subscribers that get the bonus podcast episodes. If you're interested in joining, the link to the Patreon is in the show notes, but you can also go to patreon.com/outdoorsydiva. I hope you all are staying well and staying safe. And don't forget that adventure is a lifestyle. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, make sure you subscribe to the Outdoorsy Diva podcast. Be sure to check out Misadventures of an Outdoorsy Diva blog on outdoorsydiva.com. You can also keep up with me and my adventures, so check out all of my social channels. Find Outdoorsy Diva on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest.